What's up, guys? This is Joshua Harmon, Senior Real Estate Agent with Keller Williams Platinum Realty and real estate investor focused on apartment buildings. And I got my best friend with me, Eva Rose Harmon, my youngest kid. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the last video I posted. It was like a video walkthrough of a 4-unit property that I'm thinking about acquiring. I actually put an offer in on it, and I'm just waiting to hear back. It's a lot of work that needs to be done, as you've seen, but there's a lot of potential. So a new duplex, a new townhome style duplex will rent for $750 in my market. Even if I rent this property at $700, a 2-bed, 1.5 bath with laundry hookups, townhome style duplex, that's about a 40% total return on my investment, or 40% cash on cash return. And that's right. That's after year one. So after year one, I'm looking at about a 40% cash on cash return based on the dollars I'm having the deal. The owner wants me to buy it, and he offered, just by me asking him questions and caring about his situation and how I can solve his problems. He's an out-of-state owner who kind of let the property get away from him. It needs a lot of work. He lives in Oklahoma, so he lives about 2.5 hours away. And he can't keep up with it, especially with the tenants. He mentioned, if you heard the video, he mentioned that the problem he has about the property isn't really the property. It isn't maintenance, it isn't management. It's really just the tenants that he's able to get by being so far from his property and self-managing it. So what we're gonna do is, or what I did was I made him an offer on the property. It wasn't full price, but it was, I think it'd be a good offer for him, and I think he's really considering it. It's been about 6 days or so, and I should be hearing back from him any day now. But just being interested in what he had going on and what his situation was, he actually offered to owner finance it. And I asked him, hey, what kind of down payment do you want? And he said, well, nothing. I mean, I can hold on if you can get me closer to my price. So the terms that I offered him was about $15,000 to $20,000 under what he was asking. But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, he knows it's a good offer. I know it's a good offer. And in 12 months, I did a 12-month balloon payment with him where I would have to go to the bank and refinance the property, get him all the cash that he needed out of the deal. And at that point, I will have just traditional bank conventional financing. So I think it was a good offer. I should be hearing back from him any day now. And I'm super excited to get that project going. Now, how am I gonna finance the rehab? So I think it's gonna take about $50,000 to get this property to reach its full potential and realize some of that upside. So I have two options. Either I could take that $50,000 out of my pocket off some commissions that I've sold, some commissions on some properties that I'm selling, or two, I could bring on a partner. I could partner up with somebody, say, hey, look, I'll give you 50% equity in this deal. You bring in $50,000, or pull out a line of credit on one of your deals or anything, and come in on this deal with me, and I can give them 50% of the equity, because at that point I'll have the deed, I have the keys to this property, and whoever I decide to bring on with me, it's totally up to me. So I have a lot of things that I'm throwing around. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do just yet, but I'm super excited to keep you guys updated what's going on with that deal. And the lessons that I've learned, let me switch. So the lessons I've learned, let me fix this camera. Eva, we messing up. There we go, there we are. So the lessons I've learned with this specific deal, and I've seen it, I've seen this realization over and over and over, but sometimes you just forget it. You have to be patient in this business. So real estate investing, especially when you're reaching out to sellers direct, you have to be super patient. I seen his property maybe 9-10 months ago. I tried to reach out to him for maybe 6 months before I actually got in contact with him. And when I finally got in contact with him, it took another 3 months to actually meet him in person. So, I mean, this is a 9 to 10 month process just to get my foot in the door. Baby, why are you doing this to me? This is a 9 to 10 month process just to get my foot in the door. You got to be patient in this business. And when you get in the door, you have to be able to sell yourself personally. It really doesn't have anything to do with anything else. You have to sell yourself to the seller. and show him that one, you can perform, and when you hear that term perform in the real estate terms, that means you're able to close on his property. Oh, my camera's messing up again. So when you hear somebody say you need to be able to perform, you need to be able to perform on everything that you're promising them. If you're telling them, hey, I can close in 30 days, you need to be able to prove that. Perform. You need to go out and do what you say you're going to do. And then also, let me fix. I don't know why this is. All right, there we go. You need to be able to perform and keep your promises and show the seller and sell yourself and show him exactly the value that you can bring and why he should do business with you. He or she should do business with you. And that's what I was able to do. I was able to sell him on my business plan. And he said, hey, look, you don't even have to put any money down. In 12 months, come back to me, pay me off then. And after you've done the renovation, I'm going to sign the deed over to you at closing if we decide to do this deal. And, you know, I feel like I really was able to sell myself and show them my value of doing business with me. And you guys will need to be able to do the same. And the way you're able to do that is by education, being confident in what you can do and the value that you can provide. But like I said, education is the big thing. You got to know your stuff. You got to know your renovation costs when you're walking in. You got to know what kind of financing you can get. You got to have money in your bank account or with a partner or some kind of way to close on this property, either way it goes, so you can perform, like I said. So that's all I got for you guys today, man. Just wanted to give y'all a little update on that deal. And then also kind of what I learned from it was that big patience is a big deal. And since then, since I've looked at that 4-unit property, I've been talking to one of my former clients, and we may go and acquire about a 20-unit property. So I may be able to get another 20-unit property by just finding the deal, underwriting it, and giving them a business plan of what I think, or where I think the property